What's up, everybody? This is Jay, and this video is about Empire Season 6, Episode 16, We Got Us. Now, this is winding down to the last few episodes of the series Empire. They have a lot going on with Andre, with his split personalities and everything, and so we're going to get into it. Before we do, if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit that bell so you're notified of all my videos. I really appreciate your support, and if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. Now, also, if you aren't familiar with my channel, go to the homepage. I have a huge playlist of different videos and movies that I've reviewed, and also an extensive Empire playlist. So if you want to catch up on some of the things, or you like the way I review the show, check it out. Now, when this episode starts off, we see Andre and he's sound asleep, and then he wakes up and he hears the music playing and Lucius and everything on the piano, and next thing you know, he's singing, and we see Andre got little pipes, he can sing too, and so he's singing Lean on Me and Lean on Me, and so we see everybody singing, and next thing you know, Terri busts in. What are you doing? Don't you know Andre's a monster? And basically, instead of Lean on Me, he should have been singing Tweak on Me, because he was tweaking, and he wake up out the dream, and there's Kingsley. Ooh, he's arose, he's risen. I was wondering when you were going to do that. You could thank Lucius and Cookie for knocking you out and bringing you home. He's like, where's my son? And Terri said, well, Lucius and Cookie helped him escape. And so meanwhile, we see in the living room that Lucius and Cookie is talking with his doctor, Dr. Doolittle, because he ain't been able to do but very little for Andre, and they're telling him the situation, and they said, well, Andre's dangerous. He said, dangerous? Who dangerous? He the one pulled the gun. Why you ain't tell him that? And so everybody get up, and he like, look, doc, man, look, my wife left me at the altar, okay? Anybody would be afraid and upset about that, right? Anybody would react like that. He like, well, Andre, he like, look, where is she? Where is she? And they said, look, Andre, she's safe, okay? Terri, she's safe. He's like, where is she? Where's my son? He needs me. He like, look, Mike, you gonna be all right. They are here to help you, Andre. He like, no, I need to see them. I need to help them. Andre! Look, Andre's gone, Cookie. Call me Kingsley. Call me Kingsley. You think you could take my heart and my life and you wouldn't have to pay for it? Kingsley. So they mad, worried. We see in Vegas, Hakeem, he waking up, and next thing you know, him and Maya are married. And so they're like, good morning. Congratulations. And then they give him the wedding marriage certificate. They like, oh snap. And so neither one of them knew what happened. Meanwhile, back at Empire, we see Lucius talking to everybody, and he's saying, look here, man, I want you to hear it from me first, man. Andre is on an extended vacation honeymoon, all right? And I'm going to make sure everything runs smooth. She said, why don't you just keep it real, Lucius? Andre got left at the altar. He said, I am keeping it real, treasure. All right. He is on an extended honeymoon, and Andre will be back. All right. Until then, in case you hard of hearing or you don't get it, Andre's agenda is in place. All right. Thank you, Mike. Meanwhile, we see that Tiana is looking real good as always, dancing, putting a little set together, but Cookie is just pissed, upset about everything, and the choreographer's trying to put it together, and Cookie is just upset, and she like, you know what? Stop. Just stop it. You come here. Tiana and everybody was working, looking good, and so she tell the choreographer, come here, and she like, what is this? I told you I want boss bitches. What is this? This ain't working. She said, well, we was trying to be like, more upscale. Well, you failed, all right? And get rid of that girl, because she don't want to be here, okay? And do it. What is this? This ain't working. And Becky, why is Tiana's hits not on here? And she said, well, those are Empire. They are her hits, all right? She like, Cookie, stop screaming at me, taking out Andre wedding on me. Andre, what? No, this ain't it. All right, I want the hits. And so she carrying on, screaming at Becky, and then Tiana say, what is this? And then she see Hakeem is married. She like, this fake news. And then they like, what? And so Cookie real pissed and smacked the table real hard. Meanwhile, we see Andre and he's at the, nutty bar. And so he sees the guy come with the dope, the meds, and Andre eyeing the little meds, and he take it and, suck him down. And so while he doing that, he taking a look at the little swipe card to get in and out. And so he's, after dude leaves, spit the meds back in the cup and stick it in the stash box. And then next thing you know, grandma comes in. And so now, it's a family affair with the nutness. And so she happy to see him, talking about, this what I gotta do to get a family visit. And he say, hey grandma, hey, how you doing? And she like, hey Andre, wait a minute. And then she looking at us, she say, you ain't my grandson. You's the white's demon spawn half-breed bastard. He like, well, I'm your grandson too, my grandma. And then she smack him and smack the Kingsley out of him almost. And then she say, I want to talk to my real grandson, not that half-breed. You are still in there. Fight. You have to fight it. Don't let him win. You come on and fight it, baby. And so he's sitting there looking at her, and next thing you know, he switched back to Andre, and he like, I can't, grandma. And she say, baby, you can. You gotta fight it. Don't let him win. Where's your medicine? He say, I don't know, grandma. They don't give me no medicine. She say, oh, yes, they do. That's the only thing they do here that got right is get that medicine. And then he pull out his stash box, and she say, go ahead, take the medicine. And when you can, you fight. Okay, baby? You do it. Grandma got you. I'm here. And he, all right, grandma. And next thing you know, he taking the meds, and I guess, he gonna stay in Andre mode for a while. Meanwhile, we see Lucius coming back to the office, and he sees a picture of Andre with his family, and he's starting to realize, man, he's feeling bad for him. And then Hakeem walk in, and he say, look here, man, will you tell me why I gotta answer calls about what you did in Vegas? He say, well, I'm just saying, Pop, it ain't like that. He say, so what is it? You just threw half your inheritance away sleeping with any groupie? He say, like you did with Anita. What? This isn't about that. You need to get it together. You understand? Don't you get this annulled. And so, meanwhile, we see Maya, and she talking with Cookie. She say, girl, I let you in this family, and this is what you do? You better go ahead. What is it? Are you pregnant? Are you pregnant? She said, ew, no, Cookie. No, I don't even know what happened. I don't know how we ended up married. Well, good. Get it annulled then before I had to kick your ass. And then she leave, and Maya's thinking about it. Meanwhile, we see Cookie, and now she done popped up unexpectedly at her therapist. She said, Cookie, it's been over a month. I've called you. What happened? I need help. And so she talking. She say, I don't know. It's just so much going on. I wish things was different. She say, Cookie, if I wouldn't have went to jail. She say, but things just because you didn't go to jail don't mean it'd be different. Try this exercise. We go through specifics. And so now they thinking back, what if this didn't happen? So she remembering, what if Lucius went to jail instead of her? And so Hakeem, he a little, preppy, pretty boy. And he like, man, she said, you excited to see yo's father? I ain't seen him. He been locked up my whole life. Andre come thugged out with Belly Bunky. And, he like, what up, little bruh? I heard your new track. Yeah, it was tight. When you go come hang with your big bruh. And then Cookie, he like, oh, I can't do that. I'm working on the tour. He like, oh, okay. Cookie got you on a little tight leash, huh? Okay, I got you. That's what's up. And so she ain't liking what Andre became. And so he like, what's up, Cookie? And she like, I'm your mother. You better respect me. And when your father come, I don't want none of your drama or none of your business here. He like, well, hey, this business would help you get your business started. And my business is Pop's business. Next thing you know, Lucius come in walking like Lulu X up in here. And he like, hey, salam alaikum. How you doing? Oh, Lucius. And so she says, oh, so if I wouldn't have went to jail, then Andre gotta be in in and out of problems. Well, I'm just saying, Cookie, just because one thing happens doesn't mean things would change. Maybe he would have thought he needed to be the man of the house. Who knows? Just because you didn't go to jail and Lucius did doesn't mean everything would be different. Let's get back to the exercise, Cookie. And so she hugging Lucius, and so he like, all right, man, that's good. But she like, look right here, go the baby. He like, oh man, hey, how you doing, son? Hey, it's good to see you, man. To give him a little hug, get Bucky. Hey man, what's up with that belly, man? You eating good, man? And then he say, where's Hakeem? Oh, he's still dealing with his manhood, huh? And so Andre and everybody laugh for a second, and then she says, what's up, Andre? How you doing, son? He like, what's up, Pop? I'm holding it down. And so next thing you know, he's like, you doing good, Cookie. And then we see Philly Street walk up behind her and give her a hug. He like, yeah, man, I could testify to that. You know, my career made me a star. Them beats of yours that she sold me helped take me straight to the top. He said, well, you know what, Mike? They wasn't doing me no good, so I'm glad you got them. He said, well, let's see what you got in the studio, see if you still got it. Meanwhile, Andre getting hemmed up by the popo. He like, what's going on? He said, hey, what y'all doing? Why y'all arresting him? This a private party. And then she thinking the back and then getting the phone calls from Candace. They like, you need to take that? No, that ain't nothing. I don't need to take that. She say, so Cookie, everything, you can't control everything. As much as you like to think you change it, you couldn't. And so meanwhile, we see back at Bossy, Big Porsche is working on a new album and is banging, and Becky like, oh, I like this gonna be on the new joint. She say, well, no, this is for me and my single and my mixtape. She say, but you supposed to be working on Bossy stuff now. She said, well, can you let me just have this song and look out for your day one? I mean, come on now, Becky. And Becky reluctantly go ahead and, allow her to keep the song. And she say, but I need them songs for Bossy by the end of the day. Meanwhile, her assistant is saying that Cash Doll is dropped out of Bossy Cella. She say, look, I am a big person and a good person. I don't need to go through all of this, okay? I am too big for this, all right? She say, yeah, you are, girl. Meanwhile, we see Andre, and he sleep on the bed at the hospital, and Kingsley is still all in his ear. And so he's saying, you know what, we need to get out of here, Andre. The longer you're here, you're gonna lose everything, and you need to get back to your family and your kids. And Terri, here comes your chance. And so here come this goofy ass guard to come in with the little food for Andre and the little dope, the medicine. And after Andre get the meds, he pretend like he just woozy and fall all on dude. He like, okay, I got you. Even though Andre big as can be, and he try to carry him over there. And next thing you know, Andre spit out the meds when dude leave, and he pull out the little ID, let him, he about to make a getaway. So next thing you know, we hear Lucius, what happened, man? Where did he go? And Cookie, where is he? I need to go get my baby. And he said, look, we got people looking for him, man. Calm down. No, I can't calm down, Lucius. He's my son. That's my responsibility. This is my fault. He said, look, it's not your fault, man. You can't accept everything, man. It's my baby. You don't understand. It's my fault. Look, it's my fault, man. I was the one that was here. You wasn't here. Maybe if I would have paid attention better to him instead of the business. Maybe if I would have listened to you about being better with Jamal. Who knows? But it ain't on you. It's on me. Now, sit down. Come on, Cook. We got people looking for him, man. You need to be calm, Cookie. We gonna find this. We gonna get him, all right? Meanwhile, we see back at Bossy, Cash Doll is saying that she ain't gonna be in it, and Becky like, well, I could get you more money. She say, look, it ain't about the money, okay? I gotta work on my album. And as she leaving, she hear that banger that Big Portia's working on. She like, okay, all right, ooh, yeah, I like this gonna be on there. And she say, well, not this song, this ain't for sale, but we got other stuff. And she say, oh, okay, so y'all playing hardball at Bossy, is that it? So I mean, if I get this song, will I be able to be on there? And Becky like, oh, okay, well, I mean, we could work it out. Is you gonna be there? Then I can make sure you get that song. And she like, okay, well, then all right, if that's how it's gonna be, you should have just let me know. Meanwhile, Portia's pissed because she want the song. And so she like, all right, well, we'll make that work then, and I see you there. She like, all right then. And so Becky happy, like, yeah. And Portia like, what you doing? That was my song. And Becky like, are you crazy? She like, look, first of all, you are on Bossy time. Either you can sell that song and get paid for it and keep your job, or you can get fired, okay? But we need to keep this going. Which she got a point. How you gonna give this song to Porsche and you lose out on a known artist for Bossy Cella? So she got them sexy lips poked out and it wasn't helping. Meanwhile, back at Empire, we see Treasure and Devon and they singing, working on their single, when all of a sudden Maya walk in, and then she just walk in like a boss and like, all right, y'all need to cut this short. They like, excuse me, what are you doing? She like, actually, this is my studio time, actually 20 minutes ago. And then they like, excuse me, we're working on a real album, not Andre's pet project. You need to go. Hey, excuse me, run that song back. And she like, oh, excuse me, you mean Mrs. Lion? And they like, girl, ain't nobody care about Hakeem's next jump off. She like, well, actually, since the Lion name is what signs the producer's checks, would you tell them, please? He like, well, actually, it is her time. And she like, And so they like, oh yeah, you about to get slapped, bitch. Meanwhile, Andre is thinking about how he could find Terri, and he's trying to look on the phone and he can't find him. So he said, hey, I need the location of my son. He's suffering from depression. Unless you want a suicide, give me the info. Meanwhile, we see Hakeem working in the studio, and Maya come in and she like, so this new song you working on right here with Tiana, that's gonna be the signature song for the movie? He like, yeah. And speaking of signatures, I need you to sign this. She like, annulment? And he's like, yeah. I mean, you know, we wasn't supposed to be married. We don't belong together like that. And she looking like she's salty now, even though she didn't want to be married to him at first a little while ago. So he leaves, and then he sees Tiana. She like, what is this? Why you do that? And he like, I didn't know you would care so much. She like, of course I care. Why you do that? He like, look, it's getting handled. It's about to get annulled right now. Ain't no problem. And meanwhile, Maya heard it. She jealous. She like, you know what? I don't think this is the best route for us, hubby. And then she walks off and gives the papers back. And Tiana pissed like, oh, hubby, huh? And so now she pissed. And so he's standing there, and now he pissed. So now 3 people are pissed off to the highest levels of pissivity. Meanwhile, we see Cookie sleep, and Lucius get the phone call. He like, oh, okay, that's where he at? All right, man, I'm on the way. He's where? All right. And then we see Andre, and he in front of, where Terri is, and he's talking back and forth to himself and Kingsley, and he's like, look, we're here, they don't deserve you, and you need to get rid of this, okay? And so he didn't want to hurt him, but he going inside, Terri in there cutting up some bananas, and she like, she thought it was Quincy, and then she like, Andre, you stay away. He like, I'm here for my son. She like, no, you can't be next to him. Andre, stay away. And so Andre, she's scared. He go ahead and make a move and knock the knife out of her hand. She hit him with a pot and he fall on the floor. She take the kid, run downstairs. While he on the floor getting up, she then ran downstairs into this little room and locked the door. And so Andre then recovered, and he banging on the door, Terri! And then Lucius come, Andre, man, look. And he just looks so tweaked out in the daze. I mean, it looks like he was really tweaking. And he like, look, man, you gotta calm down, son. You can't do this. And Andre like, I'm sorry. And he run off, and Lucius like, Terri, it's all right, man, he's gone. How's the baby? And she like, we okay. And so Lucius leave trying to find Andre. Meanwhile, Cookie get a knock at the door. She opens the door. It's her 2 sisters. So she like, what the hell is y'all doing here? And she said, Lucius called us, said you needed help. I don't need y'all. Y'all can go. She like, is Andre and everything okay? And she say, what is it to y'all? Y'all need to go. And they like, okay, we was just coming to check on you, Cookie. We don't want no more problems. We'll leave. And so right when they was about to leave, Cookie start feeling bad because she knows she want to talk. And so she like, wait a minute. Okay, I do need y'all. Lucius was right, and I don't want to lose y'all over stuff in the past that we can't change. And it's just Andre and everything. They like, I know it was hard and you always here for me and we gonna be here for you, Cookie. Come on, let's pray about it, girl. And so next thing you know, they start praying about it. Speaking of prayer, Andre is at church. And so he's sitting there. I don't know how he always gets inside of this church at all hours, but we see him and he's going back and forth with Kingsley and he's saying, you're worthless. You don't deserve that to be here on this earth. Next thing you know, Andre grabs him and starts drowning him. And so we see why he's doing that. He's thinking of what his grandma told them, and he's just trying to kill this Kingsley part of him. And he's thinking about what everybody has been there and told him, and how his mama was there for him, and Terri, and how he was tweaking hard, and he just steadily trying to, kill this Kingsley's part. And so once he, kept on doing it, then he just like, next thing you know, it cuts and we see it's only one person in there, and it lift up and it was Andre. So he was basically dunking himself in there and kind of baptized himself. And he grabbed me, said, you were everything that I hated, and you're everything that I should have loved. You're not worthless, and neither am I. And then he hugged him, and next thing you know, you got the choir singing and everything. It's a nice little come to Jesus moment. And if loving the Lord is wrong, Andre gonna be all right. And so next thing you know, we see while he's there, Lucius walk in, and he's like, Andre, man. And so he's, I'm sorry, Dad. The next thing you know, we see back at the Lion's Den that Lucius and Andre come to join Hakeem and Cookie. And so they all like, Andre, and giving him a hug. Yeah, I'm sorry, Mom. And so then she talking to Lucius, is he all right? What happened? I think we got our boy back. He's back, baby. He's back. And so everybody's kind of hugged up and trying to, bring the little family together around Andre. Now, it's time for some real talk. This is the part of the videos when I always break down and give you my honest opinions. Now, I think first off, it's kind of interesting that Andre and the split personality thing, how he dealt with it at the end and kind of tried to kill that part of himself by drowning him. But I don't know if that's how well that's going to work, since he's basically an escaped mental patient. So I'm sure he would have to go back and deal with that situation one way or the other. You can't just, leave and just forget about it. Another thing that was tripped out in this story episode was how Maya and Hakeem were married, but she was upset about it at first when they woke up, and they talking about getting an annulment or whatever. Basically, she didn't want to be married to him, but then when she thought it would better her career, she wanted to stay married to him. But she not realizing that how can she think that worked? They could fire her, he could get it annulled. You can't just force somebody to stay married to you. And she actually can put herself in a worse situation than she was in the first place, because you could make Cookie and Hakeem and everybody hate you. And so, that's kind of a, bad situation, a bad move. I wonder what her end game is with that. And also, with the flashback with Cookie and seeing how things was different, and we see Andre now he thugged out or whatever. That was kind of interesting. And Hakeem now he's all preppy boy, and Lucius come out looking like Lulu X. Oh, salam alaikum, my man. And Philly Street, that was kind of interesting to see how what if moment. And Andre really has range as an actor. Trey Byers is a very good actor, and hopefully he's able to move his career on after Empire, because it's a shame that not enough people have seen his talents. In this last few episodes, I think they have been trying to showcase his talents, maybe so that he can move on to the next level, because with all of the focus on these last episodes with his character, it has really showed that he does have acting chops. He can act, he can do physical comedy a little bit. I mean, all kind of stuff. And lastly, on this episode, I don't know what Portia think about making that beat on company time and then keeping it for free and then trying to do her thing, but at the same time mad at Becky because she trying to save the company. So what? Let you have a beat and the company losing money and losing artists? I mean, that don't make any sense. And Becky was in the right and Portia was in the wrong. And I don't understand how she couldn't see that, especially grown. But that's the type of things that happen when you mix business with friendships and family. So hopefully that they don't fall out and they able to remain cool. We'll see. In the end, it was a pretty decent episode. And it's making it real interesting for us to see who's going to be the ones that killed Cookie and Lucius. Is it Andre tweaking out as Kingsley? Is it Felicia Rashad? I mean, they got so many enemies. Damon Cross, Yana Badu. Who is it? So we'll see. And I'm interested just as much as everybody else. Now, I want to thank everybody that's been supporting me at patreon.com/Jaymoorereviews, especially during these hard times that everybody's been facing. Your support has been able to help me continue to keep my channel operating and provide content for everyone to enjoy. I thank you very much for all your support, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.